We'll be live in just a second. It's gonna make sure I usually when it turns out on my computer, I have to turn it off before it gets too loud. Hey guys, welcome to Gamerz Realm, and I'm here with the Retro Styles.
Howdy guys, how you doing today?
I'm here with Chichuki.
Yo, how's everybody doing today?
And also the One Up Level Up.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Today we're gonna go and start off with some gaming news, and I just want to welcome everyone in the podcast today. And pretty much this just wing it away. What you got for us, Retro Styles?
Okay, so lately I've been kind of venturing into trying something different. You know, when you want to do something different, you got to try something different. So I took a little venture on Facebook Gaming a while back ago, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. I just used it as a platform just to kind of like a supplement to my YouTube channel, pretty much. Just kind of post stuff, share my videos, and then I thought, you know what? Facebook Gaming's been out for a while. Maybe I should try getting into it. So I switched it over to a gaming page, which was cool because it doesn't really do anything different to your page. It just floats you in from being like a regular page onto the actual app where it's Facebook Gaming where people could see you. So I already had 100 followers, which was one of like the minimum criterion to meet the level up program, and then to like stream regularly. I can't say that right, but it doesn't roll off my tongue. But anyway, so streaming on a regular basis, and then also making sure you're consistent of posting, and then like with Twitch, Chichuki knows about that. They actually have you do the star status, so then you fill out like a W-9 form, and then people can actually give you stars, and the stars turn into money. So that's the first part of getting into level up program, which is really cool because it doesn't take much because you're grandfathered into it, and it's a cool platform because if you're already on Facebook, then you're gonna watch somebody's video that you know, and it's a pretty cool little adventure because the fact is that like you can start sharing your videos, like Chichuki joined, Mr. Switch joined, and they kind of go in and like it or share it or whatever, and it's pretty cool. And then like your audience that maybe you couldn't reach on YouTube, you have a whole brand new audience. Like I happen to have like 963 friends on Facebook, not just people that I don't know. Those are just people that like from here or in the other surrounding cities that I've got to know over the years. And hold on, let me take that off my screen. And they now are the audience instead of YouTube. And I noticed that my views on Facebook Gaming happen to be more than on YouTube. I'm reaching more. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know what you guys think about it. What do you think about it, Chichuki?
So before I go into my thing on this, are stars just like bits? Is it basically like a few pennies, or is it an actual like 100 stars is $1? Like how does that, like what is the conversion? Because I saw that I was like one of your, like I got a badge from you for best, one of the bigger fans, or was in a lot. And I was just curious because I don't know really much about Facebook Gaming, the streaming.
Okay, so you had a little diamond on there, correct? And it said
I think
top
so,
10?
yeah.
Yeah, that means you frequent the streams on Facebook. So you're the top fan. That means you're on there like consistently. So if you get like 100 of the stars, it pretty much equals $1.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the bits. It's the same thing. Where how much? I don't know if the conversion's the same.
I think bits are like a penny. Like one bit is 1 penny.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. 1 star is 1 penny. Yeah, it's the same thing. But it's pretty interesting though that like it took about 3 years to try to reach something like that on YouTube, where like you moved to Twitch and you got the same thing. You were able to achieve that, right?
Yeah. They have Twitch affiliate is basically the same thing as being able to get money. It's like, and it's a small, you don't need to do too much, like 50 followers, and that's like normal on there.
Yeah, it's just like the bare minimum, which is cool though, because it gives us like a leg up to where on YouTube, maybe we weren't as successful as we wanted to be, but not because we don't, but YouTube's a lot harder of a platform now to be able to grow, just to be honest. So you got places like Twitch and Facebook Gaming to where you're able to grow.
YouTube, they make it hard to grow just on purpose. Like I feel like that they don't want to make the smaller market streamers want to be able to do well or anything. They just choose to be a pain in the ass with that stuff. I mean, why else would you need to have 1,000? If you're a small streamer, why else would you need 1,000 subs to be able to even get remotely thought of for money, for monetary stuff on there. It's like, I mean, when we all started on YouTube, I mean, it was like a pipe dream to even think of getting that. And now they changed it a little bit when we were all still using it. I mean, we still do all use it at some point or another. But when they first changed, like I think it was 500 or something originally years ago, and then they said, okay, by the way, if you don't have 1,000 subs by this day, you're not getting any support. And it's like, okay, well, then I'll go somewhere else. And I agree that Facebook gaming is a good alternative because, like you said, everybody's on it already.
And that was the fun adventure, was to know that, like, I'm not receiving like a large amount of money or nothing, but
Sure.
It's just awesome to know, like, you on Twitch, you're part of the Twitch affiliate, I'm a part of the Level Up program, and you've got a start to something that could potentially get much bigger and to help you grow. So there's other platforms that actually want you to grow. So it's pretty cool. And it's kind of cool because I was never much of a streamer. You guys know that I'm a content creator. So to be able to venture into doing that, I'm going to give it like through, because I know Switch said he's going to give it through the month of August. I'm going to go into the month of September because I'm heading back to work soon. So I don't know how my schedule is going to be like later on, but I know that I do want to eventually switch over because I'm noticing a snowball effect on Facebook gaming, because I'm getting people that like are requesting games now to play, or they're either asking me, hey, what's all this about? What's Facebook gaming about? And it's cool that you're able to actually go live and with your phone. If you don't have to have a fancy setup. I just use a computer and my games that I have on there because I just happen to already have it. So you don't have to have a capture device. You can just use your PC gaming. OBS is free. Yeah, OBS is free. But like when you do your Switch, of course, you got to have a capture device, your Switch and all that. But if you just have Steam or PC games, or people who do emulation, plug it in, OBS, bam, you're done. Just like sometimes with Twitch, you can do the same thing. Plug it in Twitch, plug in a PC game, and you're good.
A couple questions about this, because I've actually never heard of this until you started talking about it. So how do you, like, where do you go on Facebook to access this Facebook gaming? And does it like display your personal profile? Do people like actually know like all your personal information, like where you live, what your real name is and everything else? Or does it like kind of use your alias that you use for like other streaming services?
Okay, let's say you have a personal Facebook page. So to start, you have to have a personal Facebook page, but after that, you create a fan page. So from that page, you create your alias, like you're One Up Level Up, I'm Retro Styles, he's Mr. Switch, he's Chuki. So from there, you create your persona, whoever you want to be or whoever you're trying to be on there. So from there, you create the page and then you turn that into a gaming page. And so when you turn it into that Facebook gaming page, it doesn't display any of your personal information. You can completely game as, and it gives you a choice. You can game as yourself, your personal account, or your page account, which most people do choose their persona on Facebook gaming, which is pretty cool. So they don't display any of your personal information. So people don't have to know your name, your kids' names, your wife's, nothing like that. It's all you. Even when you set it up in OBS, it'll show your personal name right there, but on the side, it'll select your page, like whatever page you have, you select that when you stream, and then it'll stay like that when you're in OBS.
Yeah, you can kind of switch back and forth. Like I think I saw, like I can be as, I call him Mr. Switch Gaming, or again, or my Andrew Zires name, but I just strictly use just the Mr. Switch Gaming and all that. But just to kind of also add on to it, with my experience so far with YouTube, after surpassing 1,000 subs, it is becoming increasingly harder to just gain pretty much anything. It's just like it goes up and then it goes down, it goes up and down. It's just, I think it's just got harder. I do like, I get the same people all the time, which is fine. I don't see it growing that fast anymore. Everyone else is doing almost exactly the same thing I'm doing. And so, I don't know. So I felt like I still want to keep it as good for the podcast. I might, if things go well with the Facebook, I might end up just completely changing it, into, how do you say, into, let's say Facebook goes good, then I'm gonna stay streaming there, and then I'm just gonna change the whole thing. It's gonna be Gamerz Realm, where it's permanent on Mr. Switch will be taken out and be put in that way. So I'm still deciding how it's gonna turn out. But other than that, my experience with it, so far advertising is easier. You can talk to a lot of people, and I think it's becoming. I think I'm excited. All the little things you can do. You can do a lot more than what YouTube provides. Or YouTube's always got this and that, and these new rules or this stuff that's just always pissing you off. And for a second, but I still like YouTube now. It's gonna be better for me for one other thing. Like I think it's best for me. Maybe it's live streaming more podcasts, but I think the Facebook thing might just be. Hope YouTube's not watching. Facebook seems to be a little better right now, and just again with I can post a lot. I actually had an ad. You can actually put it helps you out. It helps you look for people, and I pay like what for just 5 days, $3 a day for those 5 days, and they'll collect a certain amount of people for this age range. So I set it up that way. I joined a group that has 88,000 followers, and that way this group I paid just like $5 for it. So for each month, this group is going to help me out and increase my views, people watching, and things like that. So I'm going to see how that flows this month too, to see how both those two things work. The ad is working out pretty good. I'm seeing a climb in followers, but also the same thing. I'm also talking to people on those. I'm on 3 different big groups, and a lot of people are constantly every single day they're posting their pages. So you post on their pages and things like that, and everybody, a lot of people are communicating constantly. It's kind of hard doing that on Twitter when you try to find a place where you put your repost your website, and then from there they all post it. On Facebook, it's so much faster and easier to collect more people. So I think it's a good try, and I think you guys should try it too. If you guys kind of fall off a little bit, if you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this no more, and let's try something new. That's what I did. I think I fell a little off of YouTube, but then again, and then sometimes I miss some of my old people from YouTube. So I'm like, damn. So on my birthday stream, I'm going to probably do it on YouTube because I got more of my people from there and people who've been around most of the time. So anyway, it's cool.
I think okay, so what I've been observing with channels as far as like the growth and views and everything from YouTube, I think the biggest problem is that people who just stream on YouTube, their channels don't grow very fast, like if at all. You gain very minimal subscribers and views just because I don't know. I think a lot of people just don't want to watch streaming as much on YouTube anymore, as opposed to like Twitch. But I'm finding that people that do videos or do a combination of both, which is what I'm trying to do, they tend to boost their followers a little faster. I'm like me, I'm actually going to take a break from streaming for a few weeks just to do videos and just see how my channel does. And I kind of did that. I did a while where I just streamed, then I did a couple weeks where I just did videos, and I did a combination of both. And when I just streamed is when I actually get the least amount of progress with my channel. I mean, I don't care about subscribers, but I do like when people come to my streams and watch them and stuff. Like that is what invigorates me. I would rather have 1,000 viewers and 2 followers. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I'm operated. But I think what I'm going to do in the future is I'm still going to do kind of a combination of both, but I'm going to start streaming a little bit more on Twitch to see how that goes. Maybe some like non-Nintendo stuff, like, maybe some mature rated games or maybe some Xbox One games or something like that, and keep Nintendo strictly to YouTube. But I've been playing around with it myself. So I might check out this game, this Facebook gaming things. I have a gaming page on my Facebook, the page that I manage. So I might try it out and see how it goes. I mean, you never know until you try, right?
Well, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting because
not everyone, not at once, please.
Yeah, I was trying not to step on anybody.
I know. No, everybody at once, we're all full of ideas. But I'm just saying it's interesting. It's interesting though because you can play like people that are into mobile games, and that's pretty popular at this point. And so people can take their cell phone and actually stream that. And so if they wanted to, they can take anything from their phone and use that. And what's cool about that is, excuse me, is that it utilizes your front facing camera, which you don't have to use. It's just optional. You can use your front facing camera as your webcam. So you can stream with your phone and then have that right there with the controller, or you can just use the microphone and that, or you don't have to use that at all. There's a few channels that I follow that just stream the games, but there's no voice, there's no nothing. It's just a game, and they get like thousands of views. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Weird. That's weird. Like you kind of go to that kind of stuff for like the person's personality, not just the game, which, so I find that interesting. But
and one of them was Subway Surfer.
What?
I was like, yeah, it's crazy. I was like, it's called I don't think they're an affiliate with TikTok, but just the page was called TikTok Gaming on Facebook, and I just followed them and kind of watched them, and I was like, geez, these people get thousands of views with. I looked on their videos, no face, no nothing, no voice. It's just Subway Surfer sometimes, and I'm like, good night. Well, what are these people doing? This is crazy. And they're. It's funny how people are getting into it now, and I believe that, just in my opinion, that Facebook Gaming and Twitch are going to be like the biggest platforms right now because they take the least amount to get on board, and you can hop on, stream, and they're friendly for everybody. They have rules and regulations, but they don't have all these tie downs like YouTube does. They have so much tie downs. You can't do this, you can't do that. You have to have so many subs this. Like I remember when I think Chichuki, he was at one of the conferences, and we were all getting the notifications that YouTube switched over to 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, and it was like pretty wild. Yeah. And I was like, man, I remember that because I was so excited that I was like, sweet, I can live stream from my phone, because I was doing it for a little bit just to do little updates to the channel, and I was like, oh man. And so then I started using OBS on my phone, but it just didn't work the same as YouTube Live. But then now I'm like, everything I wanted on YouTube, I can do from Facebook all together, all in one. It's crazy.
It was like I was at PAX 2 or 3 years ago, and I had waited for a long time to do live streaming off my phone at a live event. So I was like, okay, I'm going to walk the halls of the convention center and put this on my YouTube. Then like 2 days later, they come out with the 1,000 subscribers thing to live stream on YouTube mobile. And that was pretty much the first like domino to fall, that YouTube was becoming a pain in the ass place to deal with. Like, I mean, you're trying to give people more options, and then you do that. I mean, come on. And then on Facebook, I think it depends on what happens with Facebook in politics. I mean, could Facebook compete with Twitch? Sure, for live streaming and stuff. If Facebook is still around in about 2 years, if Congress doesn't put the kibosh on it, do I think they're going to do that? No. I mean, it's a social media site. I mean, we have no rules and regulations basically for social media, basically, other than posting murder videos and things like that. Yeah. So until everyone in like Congress knows, first off, what social media is, which most of them do, and most of them, like all the 80-year-old senators and whatever, don't know, and which is a shame. But at the same time, it's like until everyone's on the same page, rules and regulations are never going to be what they need to be.
No, and what's interesting also is that like you can't be a place that restricts your platform so much that it completely turns people away. But at the same hand, places like Twitch and Facebook, they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll have our own rules and our own regulations and abide by them, but we'll put them in a little package to where we can make content creating, not really content creating, but streaming pretty easy, to where they have a minimum amount. And Twitch hasn't changed that in a long time. They have a, right? Am I right, Chichuki?
I think Twitch is getting to the point of annoyance with some people, like that do stream on there only.
Do you feel that way? Do you feel that?
Do I feel that way, that Twitch is getting to where YouTube used to be? Yeah, I do a little bit. That they don't regulate some people the same as they do as others. And is that fair? No. And like a month ago, you had all that on Twitter, where everyone on the Twitch board of governors or whatever it was were saying, "Oh God, I'm a deer. You can't mess with me because I run the rules and regulations for her," because she was acting like a deer. So it's like, do they regulate and govern the same way? No, of course not. Is that fair? No, of course not. But they're still better than YouTube. And if Mixer was still around, Mixer would be a better option than YouTube right now.
Wow.
Yeah, Mixer. That's why I think that Facebook bought Mixer is because they saw the opportunity and they saw the people that were on there. Because a lot of the people that were on Mixer kind of floated onto YouTube. But again, like Ninja, he just said, "Sayonara."
Well, Ninja was like,
And he-
"Yeah, I'm not making enough money here. I'm gonna go to Mixer for like a contract deal," and then they folded. And he's like, "Okay, hey, guess who's back?"
Yeah, he made out like a bandit though for that one. Was it
Totally,
a year?
yeah.
Yeah, was it a year that he was on there barely?
He was on there for maybe like 8 or 9 months, I think, and it
Yeah.
started with him doing that New Year's Eve stream. I think he
Yeah.
had, and that was basically the start of it. And I mean, if they gave the opportunities for everybody to at least be sponsored like that, then I think more people would want to do it.
I think what they should do is maybe outreach to people that are regularly streaming and they see them on a stream pretty frequently and offer, like you said, offer them something. Say, hey, you know what? This is a package we offer. We notice that you're streaming regularly. Would you be interested in this package? Well, sure. You know, at least they offer something to somebody. If each company did that, I think that they would be able to have like their company grow because they make a percentage off of you. So if you're working and making money, they're making money off of you. So if they grow.
I think their answer to that would be, we offer Twitch affiliate at an easy like platform level to get to. And then they have Twitch partner. Twitch partner is like, you have to be one of the heavy hitters to actually get it. So they'll say, oh, Twitch, we offer affiliate. I mean, you only need 50 followers, stream on a certain number of days, and average a certain number of people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just like Facebook, same thing. They offer that package where you can jump in, and it's kind of cool though because, like you said, the stuff you achieve on YouTube, you're easily achieving on Twitch and Facebook. So it's kind of like, yeah, easily, like very easily. And I don't want to say it's a slap in the face because it kind of is, but I'm a content creator as well, so it's kind of a juggle because if streaming's gonna do me better than content creating, you're creating a video while you're streaming, so your content's right there.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, so if I could go from not really video editing to live content creating, so to speak, then I think that might be just as easy. And instead of doing it like in the mornings, I'll probably switch to like an evening time stream, but whatever works, you know.
I think it's kind of like, go ahead, one up. You're fine.
Well, I'm just saying,
No,
like Nintendo is, or YouTube is kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Like, there's gonna be one or two options with the future of YouTube. Either they're not gonna have anybody streaming at all on there, and it's just gonna be content creators, or they're gonna have to really get less aggressive with their politics and kind of to bring people back to streaming and stuff, because they used to be a platform of choice, but now Twitch is just dominating. So I'm even finding it easier to stream on Twitch. Like, I did a Twitch stream twice already, and it's so much easier to stream over there, and I don't get any lag versus YouTube where I get all kinds of lag all the time.
Yeah,
it's really annoying.
That was my issue too, that I was getting lag all the time too.
Yeah. And I have good internet, like most days.
Yep.
And so there's no reason to have all that lag all the time. You know, I'm playing a 2D game like Mario. Come on.
Yeah, it's like,
oh my
not even
God.
aggressive.
Well,
I mean, I'll admit my internet's not the greatest, but
Facebook just has not much lag on Facebook, and it looks really great too.
No, and I was doing dual streaming there for a while because like I was streaming on Facebook and YouTube, and I was looking at the quality video difference. Oh my gosh, it's like day and night. Like you get what you see on your game is what you're going to see on Facebook. It's not like on YouTube where you get it on there and it looks a little washed out, like it's hazed over and the content's completely like gone. Now, like when you're content creating, it's not as bad, but live streaming is where it really hits you kind of hard because like the colors are gone, the stream quality, sometimes you hit a snag and you're like, wait a second. Especially if you have a decent internet connection, you're like, I shouldn't be hitting any kind of snags, you know?
Yeah. It's interesting. It's an interesting topic, you know?
I mean, I think there'll always be people live streaming on YouTube. It's just that, will there be a place for it on their platform anymore? Maybe in like the next year.
I still think people are going to be leaving a lot more faster soon.
They'll be jumping ship. Like, like the Titanic. They'll be looking for the lifeboats.
Yeah.
That's how fast they'll be running.
I have a feeling the way I'm feeling things that I think is I think my podcast will do well with it, and as long as I change everything over, again, if things run well for me on Facebook, but I still would like to stream every now and then on, or at least try to get some of my YouTube friends and buddies on to switch over on Facebook. But some of them are probably thinking, oh, it's too personal or whatever, or kind of thing. And that's what I'm trying to people. It's okay. I'm not a bad guy. Just jump in. Some people might be too young and they, however they feel about it. And like I got some kids in there and youngsters.
And you got to understand the youngins, they don't use Facebook anymore. They use Instagram. That's where it's at now.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do Instagram now. We're streaming on Instagram. Let's go.
But Facebook owns Instagram. So technically they're using
do they really?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because when you pull up Instagram, it says from Facebook. So I wonder if there's a way to kind of like tie. I know you can do live content on there, and I haven't really seen. I've seen people live streaming games, but they put their phone right there and it's on the TV like that. I haven't really seen a way you can connect it.
You can live stream on Instagram, but it's limited. I think it's only like I don't know what the length of time is. It might be only like 10 minutes. It can be. But
it's not like a gaming thing or
right. No, I don't think you'd be able to game on it.
No,
I think they just added this video service or something that's new, but it's nothing like a live stream or anything.
Right.
All right.
And I think content creating will always have a place on YouTube. It's just
I agree with you 100%. I like content creating, and some of my videos get like really good views. But as for live streaming, I had somebody ask me, well, what about your followers on YouTube? And I said, those followers don't go to my live stream. Those followers go to my content creating. So if they want to follow me, they'll just head over to my content creating. And I'm always willing to comment back. I always comment back on all the videos, comment back, or if they want to DM me, I'll say, hey, you can DM me on Twitter or whatever, or on Instagram. And it works out like that. Works out pretty good. So I'm not missing any streaming content on YouTube. So if I go to Facebook, it's a win-win altogether. Facebook, like Chichuki does Twitch, it's a win-win either way.
I've been thinking of coming back to content creating on YouTube. I know a couple of people on Twitter have said that I should do that, but I don't know. I mean, it would help grow the channel again, but I mean, I'm not live streaming on YouTube anymore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. After 2 weeks of doing both, because on Facebook Gaming and YouTube, I had to go in and add a thumbnail, add in the tags, stuff like that. And I was just like, it was too much work trying to juggle doing both. And I was like, viewer content, 26 views on YouTube or 400 views on Facebook. I mean, which is the better option?
And like me, like I used to stream a lot of Mario Maker on YouTube, but my queuing system that I use for the levels, they took that site down, and the only other one I know is Warp. What is it, like Warp Pipe or something like that? Warp World or something. That only works with Twitch, so I'm probably gonna move my Mario Maker streams to Twitch anyways. So I'm thinking I might just start streaming on Twitch exclusively and just have
that's crazy, dude.
On YouTube.
I can't believe they moved that.
Your thing is Mario Maker. You do really well with that.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And another streamer that I follow is Azalea, and she had the same issue. She uses the same site that I do, and I DM'd her the other day. I was like, are you experiencing these issues as well? And she's like, yeah, my site's down as well. So I don't know if they just like dropped the whole site entirely, or I mean, it wasn't really a secure site anyway. So I mean, that might be the reason why, but. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch over to Twitch for that. I'll probably do like the multiplayer ones on YouTube because I don't really need levels for that. But yeah, for the main ones, unfortunately, YouTube's done.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to find a new tag queue site too now. Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, like I was gonna do Streamlabs, but I heard that's garbage for queuing. So.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. So, oh well. What are you gonna do, right?
Well, that's great. I mean, I guess one Mario Maker stream in like 4 months shows why I have no friggin' idea that they took it down.
Yeah.
So the queue system is for when you're doing like, I don't know. I don't really get it. Is it for when you're?
It's for when people like are submitting their levels to me and I can play them, but I that way I play them in order that I receive them, rather than just take them randomly, because people are getting ticked off about that. So I
was just about to ask. Yes.
Yeah. So it's nice. It keeps it in order. That way I don't have to keep like copying it down. I don't have to stop my stream to look at the chat as often. So it really helps me out. That's the main reason why I wanted to do it. But because I get like 20 to 30 in a stream.
Yeah, you get a lot.
Time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to keep track of that, especially when you get rated by another YouTuber. You know, so which doesn't happen anymore, but it used to. But I found though, even a lot of people that used to stream Mario Maker or stream, or you know, the people I used to watch streams all the time, like even they are kind of falling off of YouTube as well, and they're going to other platforms or not streaming at all. So yeah, YouTube's a little bit in trouble with their with that, if they don't, you know, change up their policies and make it a little bit more accommodating to everyone, you know what I mean?
My question with that is, and this is open to everybody, does YouTube even care about like general normal people watching their stuff, or do they only care about like YouTube Red and YouTube subscription services and YouTube television and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Is that what YouTube is going to become in like a year or two, where you'll have to subscribe to YouTube for like $10 a month to even use it?
I hope not.
It seems like it is, not just my personal opinion, because every time you open up your YouTube app, you're getting pushed with like YouTube Red, or you're getting pushed with buy YouTube TV for what, $70 or whatever it is. Then it was expensive. And then so I was like, well, I have Hulu, Netflix. I'm not going to subscribe to YouTube TV, but I hope that they're not turning it into something that you have to pay for and then getting away from content creating altogether. I don't know if they're offering that as more like a side business, but it looks like they're pushing more of that lately.
Yeah, and I think the reason why they got more stricter with their policies is because they, you know, a lot more people started creating content on YouTube, and they don't want to pay out, you know, money to all these small creators. You know, they want to make it a little bit more difficult for people to get into it, to maybe, you know, because they don't make money off anybody small. They only make money off the larger channels, and they kind of focus all their ads towards those bigger channels too. You know what I mean? So I think that's really what it is. They just don't care about the little people, or they're trying to find ways to extend make the most money as they can. You know, it's all about money with these businesses. That's, you know, that's the unfortunate truth. But I don't know.
Gamerz Realm episode 16, YouTube rant.
Yeah, we've been going for like what?
I should
45 minutes
change
now.
it.
Holy crap.
Episode 16, YouTube sucks. Here's why.
Here's why.
Hey, there's nothing else to talk about, so might as well do that, you know?
Hey, see, I told you I filled like 25-30 minutes on why YouTube sucks.
Exactly.
You guys, if I get my YouTube channel erased,
Now, excuse me, I'm gonna go watch like 1,000 videos right when I'm laying in my bed, but you know, that's beside the point.
But you know, the platform's good for watching videos and like bigger content creators, but I feel like for the little guys, it's not really, I'm not going to say it's not worth it, because I enjoy what I do, but I don't get too hopped up on the numbers, because I've been watching, I don't know if you guys know who Nick Nimmin is. Nick Nimmin. He gives you like all kinds of advice on like how to grow your channel and what you can do to grow your channel. What you don't have to necessarily have. He just says you don't have to have good equipment. You just have to have good content. And I've been watching all the different things and trying. I don't know if you guys noticed on my channel, I've been trying a bunch of just something different, like the way I talk. I've been trying different lighting, different games, just trying all the things that they've been saying. Like, so the next thing I want to try is they say try changing your title. So like if you do like one of his titles are cool because they say Super Mario Maker, and then it has like another title within the title. So it's all playing your level Super Mario Maker. So I was like, well, I was thinking if I play a game, like let's say I happen to play Mario World 3, and then so they say if you put Super Mario World 3 hidden gems and levels, so it attracts like different people. So I'm gonna try a few things on YouTube, and if it really doesn't pan out, I just may go from content creating to streaming, because it's just easier. But I enjoy content creating, so it's kind of a juggle, because I know that content creating on YouTube, you can post it, but it doesn't get as much views as your streams. So I don't know, there's just a lot of things to think about in the next couple months.
Yeah, definitely.
Any big games going on, guys? Any like Any big gaming news that anyone just wants to bring up?
Well,
Upcoming games.
maybe Pikmin 3. I mean, it's
Yeah, we
not
can talk
everybody's
about Pikmin
fan
3.
favorite, but
Yeah, you might as well.
Chucky, we like to talk about Pikmin.
Do I want to talk about why I have no interest in Pikmin? Sure. I don't know. When did Pikmin start, on the GameCube or was that on the Wii? I don't even remember.
It was on the
I want to
GameCube.
say it was on GameCube.
GameCube.
Yeah.
It just never appealed to me. I don't know why. It's just one of those games that I never had interest in. I mean, it was a big game on the GameCube, so you'd think I would have interest in it, but it just doesn't do it for me.
I think what I liked about it, especially the first one, and the reason why I didn't like the second one nearly as much, the first one, you had 30 days to beat the entire game, in Pikmin's world time,
Sure.
And I thought that was a nice challenge because if you basically, if you get ahead, that'll help you out. But then if you start failing at the objectives, and then you can't really beat the game and you have to start over, which I thought that was kind of cool. So it kind of motivates you to get the job done, do it as fast as you can, and kind of speed run the game a little bit, and just it kind of made it more fun for me. Like the second one, it was more laid back. There wasn't really any objectives. You could take as many days as you want to beat the game, and I that kind of lost a little interest for me for that reason. Third one, I don't have an opinion on it because I've never played it, but I'm interested in it. The game looks good, and I like the new elements that they added to the series. But it played really well on the Wii. Like the motion controls is what really made that game for me. I enjoyed it more on the Wii than I did on the GameCube. So if Pikmin 3 does not have motion controls, I don't know if I'm going to like it nearly as much. You know what I mean? So.
You think they should have came out with Pikmin 4, or is this okay for you guys that when they brought out Pikmin 3 enhanced?
I think it's good to get more people interested in the franchise because there's probably a lot of people that don't know about it. So I think it's a smart move to come out with Pikmin 3 remastered first, but they better come out with 4 because I've been waiting for it. So, if they don't come out with it on the Switch, then there's going to be a huge problem.
Watch out.
If this is Nintendo's one of their few games for November and the holiday season,
yeah,
I think they're in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah.
If they don't come, maybe we'll get Pikmin 4 announcement or something around Christmas, or we'll get the Super Mario bundle that they've been rumored for a while.
I know for almost a fact that Super Mario 3D World Deluxe is coming for the Switch. That was a huge hit.
I just heard something.
What's that?
Mario 64 remake. I heard of Zelda 64 remake, but that's just something else. But the Mario games,
that'd be awesome. To do that.
Mario Sunshine, and it's another Mario game. Mario Sunshine, Mario 64.
It was Galaxy, Sunshine, 64, and 3D World.
I think I'm more certain about that now. People are being more certain about those games are going to come out.
Okay, so the Super Mario 3D World, I get that makes 100% sense to me. That was a huge hit on the Wii U. Everyone wants it on the Switch. I get it, and I think it's coming this year. The other remasters, I'm not too sure about, and I have a problem with how people are kind of saying it's going to come. They say it's going to come as a one compilation, but we know Nintendo, they like the money. I think they're going to, if they do these, they're going to release every single one at full price because and I don't even know if they can fit on one cartridge on the Switch as well.
They probably could. It would depend on how they format them. And I think Nintendo with Mario, they take very good care of Mario, the IP. If it was like all through, well, it did do Metroid Prime trilogy, so sorry, but okay. Well, I got one thought, and then I was like, well.
Oh, I do that all the time, dude. I switch thoughts in the middle of talking, then I get screwed up where I'm at.
So you know what? Let me finish that before I throw that out there. So they bring out a ton of Mario All Stars, like almost every system in one way or another has a Mario All Stars. So I think if it wasn't a Mario compilation, I might be more inclined to say, oh, sure, they'll bring Mario 64, for example, and Mario Odyssey and Mario Galaxy and all the Marios that they plan on coming out with one at a time. But since this is Nintendo and they do use kid gloves with Mario, I think they'll bring it out in like an All Stars compilation.
I hope they do, because that'd be amazing.
It'd be a lot easier to stream it if they bring it out in one system.
Be cheaper too, you know what I mean? Because I enjoyed Mario All Stars 1 that had the original like Mario Brothers on one package. So that, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I really do. I have a lot of faith in this rumor, and I really hope it's true. And there's no better year than this year to release it. It's the 35th anniversary of Mario, and there's nothing coming out for the Switch apparently.
Apparently, there is nothing.
We need something so bad.
Yeah, and we're on the wakes of the new consoles for Microsoft and Sony, so they're not coming out with anything really this year. So bring on Mario. You know, draw some attention away from the other, competitors.
I think Nintendo's waiting for the right time.
Yeah, I don't know when the right time would be, but
Well, Nintendo's been known for holding their stuff for quite a while and sitting on it until it's time to release it, even though it's finished. So I don't know. Do you guys follow Unreal on YouTube, or have you seen Unreal, like the Unreal Engine? Like how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Unreal on YouTube, he's been posting a lot of, because I know they helped out with the new SpongeBob game or whatever, and then I've been watching him kind of tweak with the Mario stuff, and it's focused on Mario 64. So I don't know if that's a small hint at maybe them doing something with Nintendo, because like usually Nintendo would strike down the video, it would get taken down, but it hasn't got taken down. So for me, I'm just like, are they working with Unreal? Are they gonna make it 3D in Mario 64?
Keep talking about Zelda 64, so
Yeah.
Was Super Mario Odyssey on the Unreal Engine, or was it a different engine?
I think it was different.
Okay, I'm thinking if they, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Do you think they're gonna do like straight ports, or are you actually gonna think they're gonna be like graphical upgrades with a different engine? Like, I'm kind of wrestling with that idea. If they do come out with this,
I think they would have to do a graphical upgrade, because I don't think they're just going to bring Mario 64 out in 64-bit. I think they would have to. I mean,
what if they came out with an option where they have the kind of like what the Master Chief Collection did, where they have the graphical upgrade version, but then you can go back to like the original graphical style of the game too. That'd be kind of cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, that would work.
Yeah. I'd be all about that.
because if they didn't do an upgrade, they'd have to do some kind of emulation like they did with the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo on the Switch, because everybody's been waiting for that. Because when I was watching on Spawnwave, this was like last year, you know how Nintendo floats out, I don't know what they're called, but it looks like a white piece of paper, then it shows the model and all the different parts and stuff. I forgot what those are called, but those leak out online, and it shows like when they showed the Nintendo Classic Edition, when they showed the Super Nintendo Mini, those were leaked online, and one of those was leaked online last year, which is a 64 Mini. It was like all the specs and everything that went to it. And so I was waiting for that this year. And then there were speculations going on that they were going to have the N64 emulator on the Switch. But if they did anything that did not require upgrade, I don't think that they could rightly put it out. I think that maybe they'd have to put it in an N64 emulator like they did with the Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I think, my opinion, I would say for the Mario, Mario 64, Sunshine. What was the other one?
Galaxy.
Galaxy. Maybe a small enhancement. I don't think they're gonna go all out dramatically with it, but still for it to be ported. I think the one they should be doing a major enhancement, major uplift, or major faceover is the one they're talking about. I've been seeing more about is Zelda 64. They need to do something dramatic with that if they want to bring it back. They did it too many times with the, for all the other systems and Game Boys and all that, with all different versions, but they really have to enhance the heck out of it if they're gonna redo it. Remake. They said it's a remake, so I know.
I mean, I
haven't heard anything about that. Were you?
Yeah, me neither. That was what I was going to say. I haven't heard anything about a Zelda 64 remake.
I'll have to find it. And send it to you.
That'd be awesome. I'm all about that.
They already did. I mean, they already did bring it back on Ocarina of Time 3D. I mean, is it really?
But
on the Switch though?
But did they really change the game that much?
Graphically, they did.
Okay.
Graphically, they cleaned it up a lot. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say if they could clean up Link's Awakening and turn that from a Game Boy port to the little cartoony look, I didn't mind that game. That game's actually pretty cool. But yet again, I'm a Game Boy fan, so that to me was like watching the Game Boy come to life. Now for people that are N64 fans, if they took that Zelda 64 and turned it into a Switch game, maybe they could turn it up a little bit, you know?
And then Nintendo knows that we all want these kind of games. Like they know that we would pay to buy these games, even though we played them millions of times, just to have them in HD or on the Switch, if anything. So I mean, they if they were smart, they would just port them over or enhance them or do something with them, because it's easy money for them. They don't have to really do much with it. I
mean, is there a calling for Ocarina of Time to be remade again?
For me, it is.
I mean, I love Ocarina of Time the way it is, and I don't know if I want to see it remade a third time, just like I don't want to see Skyward Sword HD right now, because I think we should just be focusing on Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever they're going to call it, instead of remaking every Zelda game ever. They should be focusing on new stuff.
Well, I think the reason why people are always wanting these ports is because they tend to come out with a Zelda game every year, and I don't Zelda 2 or Breath of the Wild 2. I don't know if it's it's going to come out. It's not come out this year. Probably. I don't know if it's going to come out next year. But they typically come out with the Zelda games, and nothing's been announced for this year. I don't know if any of them come out this year. Any Zelda games? I don't think so.
Link's Awakening didn't come out this year, right?
No, that was last year, September.
I think Nintendo's just sitting back because they did so well with Animal Crossing. We're going to relax this year. Next year, we're just going to, next year we'll just start bringing everything out.
Animal Crossing sold more copies than Breath of the Wild.
Dude, it's at 22 million, and the highest Switch game right now is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 28 million. That took 3 years to get that. That's going to blow that out of the water.
And Animal Crossing took less than a year to get that.
Yeah, it's not even
that game is great.
It's not even 6 months in.
Well, to be fair, there was a pandemic going on, so
yeah.
Come on,
look, I'm a big Animal Crossing fan too. Don't get me wrong, but is it fair to compare the numbers for the other games when Animal Crossing had everybody staying home for months?
It's so perfect.
I mean, I am just playing devil's advocate here to say I have no problem. No boo. I have no problem. I have no problem with them having the numbers that they do, because I love Animal Crossing.
The other day I was. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, okay, no, it's fine.
The other day I was just with the lady because I haven't played Animal Crossing in a while. And I went back to it. And I was like, oh man, this game is so good. Like, it's just, I don't have to fight this, do that, kill zombies. I can just chill today. Oh, look, I can do bubbles. Look, he's doing bubbles. Then, oh, look, he's like, my little guy's holding a balloon. He's waving the balloon around. And I'm like, this is crazy. It's like, how good those little things make you so happy. Animal Crossing. And these times are just kind of hard for us, like I said, it's great.
Yeah, it's
right. Yeah.
It's the perfect game for what we're going through. Like, I'm getting stirred. Like I said earlier, before we went on YouTube, I'm getting stir crazy. Like I'm always outside. I hate being indoors, and because I'm indoors, I basically at this point I'm just going to work and coming home. Like I'm not doing anything else, so it's driving me nuts. So Animal Crossing is a good thing to kind of de-stress me a little bit, get me out of that mindset of just wanting to punch a wall or something. But I never thought I would like a game like that. But yeah, like you said, it's so relaxing. You play violent games all the time, and if you don't want to mess around with online, you can just chill. You can just do whatever you want. Like I spend most of my time in Animal Crossing, honestly, fishing, because I love fishing, and so that's what I do. And it gives I don't know, something fun. But yeah, that's cool. I'm happy for the creators for that game. I'm interested to see what new content's gonna be for that game down the road.
Speaking of new content, I've seen people posting their, how you get your worlds for Mario Maker and stuff. People are posting their codes when you fall asleep. They're posting their dream codes so you can go to their islands.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I'd like that, but I wish there was a way to search people's worlds without them giving you the code, though. Like I was going to try it out the other day on stream, but then I realized I don't have any codes, so I couldn't do it. But I mean, if you have codes, that's pretty cool. I just wish there was a better way of doing it, but yeah.
Go on to people's streams and get their codes and then surf on the island. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
be nice if Nintendo knew how to do stuff without codes, but you know.
I know. It's like,
Yeah.
why can't we get away from those? You know.
Like the old school Nintendo code. That's where it all started.
they're like 10 years behind everybody else. It seems like.
Well, it's like the Street Pass idea was really good. I mean, so if they think everyone's going to have a Switch with them everywhere, then they should have implemented the Street Pass function in the Switch.
Yeah.
So that way, if I want people to get my dream code, then they can just walk past me, not even have to talk to me, and get it. And it's the best of both worlds. I didn't have to interact with them, and they can get my island code.
Yeah.
But it's like they take shortcuts like that all the time when you would think the Street Pass function would be in everything, and it's not. The online should be better. It's not. But,
we're paying for it now. I don't know why.
well, if it wasn't $10 to $20, there would be a lot more uprising for it.
Yeah.
But it's like you get a lot for $20, and you get occasionally something for your money. Like you get a game demo every once in a while, stupid stuff like that.
Like they were supposed to be offering, like that one time when they offered Mario Tennis like completely free. It was not a demo, and then they were supposed to continue on with that trend, and then Mario Tennis was gone, and I was like, where's my game the next month? I was like, what happened? So there was no follow-up, and I was like, boo. And sadly, it made me want to buy Mario Tennis, so I went out and bought it.
Well, then it did exactly what it was supposed to do. You tried it, couldn't have it anymore, wanted it more.
I'll be honest
with you. I liked it.
Yeah, Mario Tennis is a good game. Like I play it every once in a while. It's not good enough to keep me like keep playing it for long periods of time, but it's nice to go back to every once in a while, you know.
Yeah, it's even fun on the Wii too. We have it on the Wii, and it's always a fun game to just like you said, it's a fun family game. So we get together, and my wife and daughter are very competitive. So when we play, we play.
Oh yeah.
So we play to win.
Oh yeah, we do too, man.
Oh,
yeah,
everybody. I think everybody does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't play games to lose.
Well, I mean, I also have a 5-year-old, so I don't try to beat him on purpose because I try to show him winning and losing. I don't want to teach him that everybody wins. You know, there's a lot of entitled kids out there that they think that everybody should win. I teach him, hey, you got to get better. So I show him he loses. He goes, I just lost. And I was like, get better, beat me. And so he'll start to beat me.
I do that to my son. I was like, listen, I'm not going to go easy on you. I'm going to play exactly how I play with everyone else. If you can't beat me, then you practice and you get better. Then one day you will beat me. And there is one game that he's getting better than me in, and that's Smash Brothers. He's actually good at me. So, which I'm not very good as it is, but you know, so it's not saying much. But yeah, he's definitely getting better. That's awesome, though.
I think there's like 10 people that are good at Smash Brothers,
I know.
And everybody else is average to terrible.
Right? Yeah. Even like some of the people that worked on the game are not as good. Like even Reggie Fils.
Oh yeah, Reggie was having trouble with it.
Yeah.
So how are we supposed to compete if Reggie can't even do very well sometimes?
I know. Oh man.
And Reggie was Mr. Nintendo.
I know. Missed the guy.
He was with wasn't he doing something with GameStop?
He's like a CEO or something in GameStop.
Yeah.
It might not be CEO. Don't hold me to that.
He's on the board of directors or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then he's like in a college in New York. Also, I forget what lecture he was teaching or something.
It was so interesting because he was retiring from Nintendo, and now he's busier than what he was with Nintendo.
Well, he was like retiring, and he had like 10 other side jobs like immediately.
Yeah. He's a mass marketer. That's why. I mean, he's really good at marketing, and I think that's why everyone wanted to pick him up, you know.
He's an entrepreneur, so anything he could do to make money, he's probably out there doing it right now.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right. Any other game news?
Real quick, I wanted to add on. I was just talking with Rachel. She was unable to show up. She had some things going on. She will be able to appear with us on the 28th. So on Friday. That'll be in a few weeks. So it's okay. You know, it's good. She just things come up and we gotta allow this, you know, I'm not upset or nothing. I'm happy. I'm good. She, again, she was supposed to show up today, but again, some personal things come up. So it's like, for instance, we didn't have the Switch bit. He had something personal also going on, family wise, and even the QA had something going on too as well. And these things happen. So again, I can't wait. We'll have Rachel in on the 20th, and of course, yeah. So it's all good.
I mean, yeah, you guys know me. I mean, I can't make it some of the times too. So yeah, we completely understand. No big deal. It's fun when they're on, and if they're not, we'll have fun anyway. So
we'll figure it out.
I have no excuse. I have to appear all the time. So. So yeah, we come. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
You can go ahead. Actually.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was gonna say.
I was just gonna say I have a video that I'm working on that's gonna be coming out probably next week. Talking about backlogs for gamers, and I'm just wondering, what do you guys like? What are your guys' do you guys have a big backlog, and are you guys working on them this year because there's nothing's coming out? Because that's the one thing that I'm focusing on this year is working on my back catalog of games that I've not touched in years or ever. And I'm trying to get some of those out of the way before some new stuff come out. So I'm just curious what you guys have on the backlog, and are you playing any games on your backlog currently?
Well,
you can start, Retro.
Well, I was supposed to be working on my back catalog, which was when my wife bought me Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. So I got so far in the game, and then I had to start over because when you're in the grotto with the chomp, I forgot you're not supposed to let go of the chomp, and I let him free, and you have to use him to get to the next part, and you can't get the chomp back unless you play the game over. So I just got frustrated. I was like, rubbish, I'll try this later. And then
I didn't know you could let go of the chomp. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it asks you if you want to let him free or go home.
It's been so long.
Yeah, I asked him. I let him go home, and so I went back to the place where you were supposed to release him to go home, and he won't go back with you because he's already home. So you're supposed to only release him, once you get past the grotto, because he helps you chomp through all that. Yeah. And so I was like frustrated. I'm like, man, there's no other way. And I searched and I Googled, and I usually like want to play the game myself to find out, but I was just so stumped. And then after that, I finally picked it back up, and I was like, oh, no. But then Origami King came out, so then that became a back catalog game. So it was like, now I'm finally getting to the place where I'm going to pick up Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Funny that a Switch game becomes a back catalog. I don't know how that all works.
Dude,
it happens.
Have like 10. I have 10 that are on my back catalog that are on the Switch. I think what happens is that we start a game, and if we don't finish it before the next game that we want comes out, we just stop it and go to the next one. So it's like a vicious process, And sometimes we never go back to those games, Like the one game that I'm currently, like I mentioned earlier, I'm playing ESO again on my Xbox, and I'm currently I used to play all the Assassin's Creed games. The last couple I've not played. I have them, I just haven't played them yet. So I'm kind of going back through those. I'm playing Origins and whatever the one came out last year, Odyssey, I think it was. I'm gonna play those games hopefully and beat them before the new one comes out this year. And they're after I beat. I've been playing this game for a year on the Switch, which is Fire Emblem Three Houses. I stopped for a long time, and I went back to that game. I'm on like the last chapter, so I want to beat that. And after I beat that, then I'm gonna go to some other Switch games I have not touched yet. So I'm starting to make some progress on some of these games. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna get as far as I want to, but it's making progress anyway.
My Switch backlog is crazy. How many Switch games that I have been clearing a little bit. I did just beat River City Girls like 2 weeks ago. Let's see what else did I beat. Shoot, there are others, but the backlog is like twice as long. I played Indivisible on PS4. I beat that I've been meaning to beat for a while. I too have to go back to Fire Emblem, which I streamed one night and I never touched it again. I need to go back to that. Astral Chain I bought, never touched it. Have to jump on that because I wanted to play that for a while. I need to finish my Pokédex in Pokemon Sword. I haven't done that. It's a few. And then, geez, what else?
Just a few stuff.
Just a few pokes.
the hardest games to go back to are like the big RPGs. Like I don't have time to play all these, 100-hour games. And so I'm trying to like get some of the smaller games out of the way, the ones that don't take as much time. Like I can beat the Assassin's Creed games pretty easily, usually like less than 50 hours or so. And I have like Super Lucky's Tale I have on the Switch. I want to play that game. I haven't touched
Super
that.
fun.
Yeah.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah, I figured that'd be something cool for me to play every once, after I get done with Fire Emblem. But yeah, like I have so many RPGs that I just don't touch because I don't have time to do them, and I'm struggling with that. So I don't really buy RPGs too much anymore until I get through the ones I have, which will never happen. So
I did beat the garbage that is Mega Man 11. Just to let you guys know.
I was just about to mention that to you.
I give you credit for at least attempting to try that game again, but. What's cool though is like streaming kind of gives you an excuse to try and beat these games. Like I some of these games I probably would never play if I didn't stream them. So like you're probably gonna see some weird games I'm gonna be streaming in the future just for I can just play through them and just have some fun and force myself to play them really.
I think the weird stuff could either get a good crowd or it could get nobody if you're streaming.
Yeah.
I wish we could figure out like the best way to figure out who's going to show up, and like what games bring in what.
Hey, if I start streaming Waifu Uncovered, I'll get plenty of views.
Hey, I streamed it the other day and barely broke 6 people. So,
get that in there, Waifu Uncovered. Hey, man, I got all the unlockables ready to go.
Wow. I have almost all of
them. I got into playing Donkey Kong Freeze, which that was for the Wii U, but I got it for the Switch not too long ago when it was on sale, and it was actually really fun. That's believe it or not, on a back catalog game that I picked up. It's actually super duper fun. I've always been playing Donkey Kong ever since it came out on Atari. Then it went from Nintendo, Game Boy, so forth and so on, all kinds of other systems later. But it was like one graphically really super awesome. So that's like also on a back catalog.
Yeah, that's a game that I started and I got almost to the end and then I stopped. And and it's a fun game, but I didn't realize how hard it was.
It's very hard. Yeah,
the bosses are ridiculous in that game. You had to beat them in one attempt, otherwise you have to start all the way over again. I'm like, what the heck, dude? That sucks. But it's
not like the original Donkey Kong Country where you 3 hits, boom, you're done.
Yeah.
You don't even know how many hits. It doesn't have a tally. It doesn't have nothing. You just beat them until they're gone.
You have 3 hits if you're lucky, but
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sometimes when you're going into it, you have 3, 4 hearts, sometimes if you're lucky, and then you try to figure out the rhythm, of the games. And so you're finally figuring out the first half of the rhythm. All right, I got this part down. The second part comes and you're like, oh crap, what happened?
If you want to play a game that's kind of like that, that's really fun, try Ukulele and Impossible Lair. That game is freaking awesome.
I heard about that. I heard that those were really good.
Yeah, it kind of takes a page out of Breath of the Wild where you can play the final level at the very beginning of the game, but because it says Impossible Lair, you're not going to beat it. So you kind of go through the game trying to get various power-ups. That way, when you go back to that level, you can actually beat it. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a mix of like a Breath of the Wild meets Donkey Kong Country. So I'd give it a shot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You guys played the first one?
I did.
First ukulele?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think of it? I've been thinking about getting it.
I have it, and I'm actually gonna play it again. If you like Banjo-Kazooie, you're gonna like it. Don't like go in there expecting a Banjo-Kazooie successor. There's a lot of issues and a lot of problems with the game. As far they added like these mini games that are just completely stupid. I don't even know why they bother having those in there and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very similar. Like you saw like each world, you saw it with a small world, and as you get like the little pages, it opens up, and then more of the world you can explore. But it's just there's a lot of input lag and other various bugs and issues in the game. But I mean, I liked it. I liked it for what it was. Wasn't as ambitious as they were making out to be. Like I thought it was gonna be Banjo-Kazooie, and I love Banjo-Kazooie, so I'm like, all right, I'll get into this. But yeah, I'll give it a shot if I was you.
Well, that's how they hyped it. They were hyping it as just basically the old crew making a new Banjo-Kazooie game with different characters.
Yeah, and you can definitely see essence of Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, it copies it down to the T. You know, with like the gibberish text and the jiggies and pages and all the feathers are like the musical notes and stuff, and all the weird characters, and even like the final boss is kind of like Gruntilda. So,
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's very cheap too. You can get it for as low as $8 now. So, I'd give it a shot.
Well, that's cheap. It's worth getting it for $8.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I haven't seen it at $8 yet. I saw it at I think 13. It was on sale on the eShop a while back.
Black Friday last year, they had it all the way down to $8. That's when I picked it up. So maybe around the holiday season, if they have a lot of sales, I'd look out for that game and see.
Yeah, I might have to check it out.
Yeah.
Speaking of Black Friday, how are they going to do that this year?
They're not.
Woo.
It sounds like they're not.
It's digital. It looks like everybody's gonna go digital this year.
There'll be a GameStop,
they better have their servers ready.
I mean, most of the stores are already closed on Thanksgiving, and then it's the most logical solution is to not open anything on Friday.
Like Walmart started it, and then now Target and Best Buy I think are joining in with that, which is good. You know, I mean, it's pointless to have it. I don't want to draw crowds, around that time, because I don't want this pandemic to go on any longer than it needs to go. And I just think that would be a terrible idea anyway. So I
mean, easiest solution could be to just do Cyber Weekend and then do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and just do Cyber Month or Cyber Week. I mean,
have
some
a
of them
whole
extended to a week anyway.
Right. Yeah, that'd be a good solution. I don't know. But what about you, Mr. Switch? We didn't hear about your back catalog story. What do you got?
Let me see. What I'm currently playing right now, you basically want what I'm holding back. So hold on. I'm trying to really look at. I got my catalog right in front of me. If anything, right now that I'm always playing with right now is I'm always playing everything Resident Evil. And I got my favorite Resident Evil games always on the backside, like let's say the backlog. So whenever I'm done playing something I was streaming like Trials Rising or Mario Maker, I always go back to Resident Evil more on my end. And usually I don't always stream that. I did do part 5 the other day, but when I start picking up games, I gotta make sure that's what I do, a lot of reading and look at a lot of videos and what people think of the game. And like I just got the Batman Telltale series, if I'm saying it right. I don't know.
Telltale Games.
Telltale Games, yes. I'm doing DC Universe, which is awesome. I've been getting into that a lot. I haven't been into Animal Crossing as much, but like when I go into, let's say I did Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. That's something's really cool. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna be playing for a while. Besides the DC Universe, is gonna be Pokemon Sword. I just really got into that all of a sudden, and I'm excited playing that game. Mario Kart's always there, but my big major list here, I got games I will have on the side ready to go. I can't wait to go back to Ghostbusters, the remastered version. It's like saying it's part 3 of the, like in say part 1 and 2 of the movie. This is like the part 3 right afterwards. So other games like I don't know if you guys ever heard Lost in Harmony. I got that ready. Lost in Harmony is completely different. Don't you ever seen in the game? It's got a lot of music. They prefer you to have your headphones when you play that. Street Fighter. Let's see. Anything from Little Nightmares. I never streamed that, but stuff I want to have on the side. I have been deleting some games because I know I'm not gonna go back to certain games. Like sadly, Paper Mario. I'm probably not gonna go back to that game. It's just looks cool. I think I would probably enjoy it somehow, but I feel like there's just other games that have my interest more, and so I probably might end up trading that in, that kind of thing. But
with Paper Mario, you can always just watch my streams, and if you want to experience the game, so
I'll probably watch your streams and experience that with you. Because it's got. I just feel like, man, there's so much good stuff out there. I don't have all that time, so I've been just kind of taking off what I don't need, put everything in the backlog that I know I will go back to, kind of thing. And I have things for the kids, and that's why I have 2 Switches, and so it's like Warface.
That's an awesome game.
I saw that you were playing that one up, and I like going into that every now and then. Just something Splatoon 2. Let's see. I tried Guts and Glory. I might end up deleting that soon. It's just too crazy. You know, like body parts, everything. Things happen and your legs come off, but you're still holding on the bike. It's weird, but it's kind of cool. But I'm not gonna stream that again. Mario Bros. Wii U Deluxe, Gears Club Unlimited 2. So it's just like, and I did for 1 whole week, 2 weeks ago, I did Ring Fit Adventure. I was doing so good. And then the next week I felt like shit. And I was like, my back and my legs. And till right now it's been 2 weeks and I still can't go back because I pulled some muscles. Like, damn it, I really killed him, man. I saw your scores too. I gotta catch up to one up. I'm gonna get all this.
Yeah.
I saw Ray Stratus scored too, and I surpassed some people, but then there's no way I'm gonna get close to one up right now. So.
You know how we're gonna get you back into it? We're just gonna start posting our scores. We're gonna be like, okay, we challenge you, Mr. Switch. Let's see yours now.
yeah, that would be cool. They got like the dance music ones kind of thing ish, and it's like that's what I beat Ray at, or hopefully for now. I hope he's not watching.
It's like no wonder he hasn't been back on the show. You hurt his feelings for me.
Oh, come on, Switch.
Ray's awesome, man. He does what he's got to do. He's a busy man. You know, so I'm sure we'll have him back on someday soon. But again, back to Ring Fit is that's like 2 weeks I've been taking off. Like right now, I'm back too. Even like when as I'm getting close to age 40 next week, I had to take apart my kid's crib, so that we'll take the door out because I don't think he's just getting too tall for a 1.5-year-old, and it's just like sort of going down, and when I raise him down, it hurts my back. So I think, damn, that Ring Fit, I was loving it so much, and I kicked my ass so bad. So I'm gonna start back on Monday, and I'm taking it easy, not be so excited because the game is really cool. Other than that, yeah, Luigi's Mansion. I still haven't even beat Luigi's Mansion. I'm at maybe close to the last stage.
Oh,
I got like maybe three more to go, but I enjoy that game little by little, and it's still an awesome game.
I know, like I bought that game day one, and it's still in the plastic.
What the?
Oh no!
And so I made a challenge for myself. I was like, okay. I was gonna start it, but I was like, you know what? I'll just wait all the way into October again this year, and I'll stream it in October. That way, I'm forcing myself to play it. It'd be something fun to play.
That's not a bad idea.
That's a great idea. It's a great game. It really is impressive, and I hated one boss, but other than that, the entire game is always great. I think it's gonna have replay value to go into, but for me, like I even just recently bought and I'm loving it playing again Super Mario Odyssey. So I bought the digital, so that way, in case I delete it, I can always bring it back. But I'm still starting a whole new game with it and loving that. I'm gonna do the same thing to Zelda. But yeah, I have those particular games I can always go back to, and a lot more that's in the backlog. And
I've been wanting to go back to like the first year of the Switch, like those type of games, like Breath of the Wild, Odyssey. Oh god, what was the other one? Splatoon 2 I always play, but and Mario plus Rabbids. Those 3 games I've been kind of wanting to go back and play those again, just because it's been a while. So every once in a while you get that like inkling to no pun intended, Splatoon.
They got some good stuff. How about Fast RMX? Fast RMX. Guys, remember that one? Fast RMX.
Oh yeah,
that one. I go back to that sometimes.
I play Asphalt 9 a lot too.
That's a fun game right there.
I got that. I got that one.
Yeah.
Yep. Boss Took Inc. You guys ever heard of Boss Took Inc?
No.
All right. That was around. That was a couple years ago. I still play that every now and then. I have to send you guys a video on that. It's really cool and it's really cheesy, but I like it. It's a little space shooter, and I always go back to it. I can't wait, and little by little I enjoy it. It's the original version of Final Fantasy VII.
Yep. Boom.
Love the heck out of that.
I always go back to that game. That's my favorite RPG.
Anyone has not played it in here?
I have not played it.
Damn it. You're missing out. You're missing out.
I don't play Final Fantasy games. I've never played a single one. I just don't find them appealing. So I mean, that's just me though.
No game I can't wait for.
Take you off. I'm going to take you off right now.
You see that double take there?
I know. God, looks could kill. You guys I would have been dead right now.
I know we're all.
We're all like, wait, Chichuki, you played it, right? Or have tried it?
I've only played bits and pieces on it.
Oh, okay. I don't feel so bad. I have played Kingdom Hearts. So, I mean.
Yeah, boy.
So, that's kind of.
I have never touched Kingdom Hearts.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be into Disney and you have to be into Final Fantasy at the same time, and it's kind of a mix of both.
Like I've said in a previous podcast, I'm more into action RPGs, not the turn-based RPGs. So I think that's why Final Fantasy doesn't appeal to me as much.
A game I can't wait for is the remaster of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. I'm still waiting on it. I keep looking on the Oh, come on.
I've heard very good things about that. Heard very good things about that.
Yeah, so have I. And they were able to get 95% of the original soundtracks. So there's only, I think, I think they said there's only about 5 where they had to insert a different one, but they tried to make it to where it was time era, just like it was for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. It still says pre-order on the Epic Game Store, and they only want like $50 for both games, which is incredibly cheap.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So I was thinking when it first announced the remaster, I was like, shoot, I don't have a PS4. And I went on the Epic Game Store. I was like, oh yeah, I got a PC. Woo! Let's do it. So when it comes
in the original, did they have bikes in that, or was it just skateboarding?
It was just skateboards, I think.
It was skateboards. Yeah, I know they had a Dave Mirra game. I think
that's what. That's what I was going to ask, because that could be why it's being delayed and stuff. Because since Dave Mirra passed away, or who knows if they'll put him in the game. But if it just, because I didn't play that much Tony Hawk in the day. But
Tony Hawk's fun. And what's funny was
fun,
yeah. I still actually originally I go back to that game as my go-to skateboarding game. It's pretty fun.
I know it was so epic when you can just pull off that big combo that just keeps racking up the points. You know what I mean? Like
totally,
grinding forever.
You know what just hit me right now? As we're talking, I just, for some reason, I don't know why it happened. I was thinking about a game. I was a young kid, and my older brother bought me a game. Oh wow, he had, I think, was working his first job or whatever. And I'm younger. I'm probably like 12. He's like 15 or so. And I think it's Super Nintendo. And I was trying to get into, I think it was football. Was it football or hockey? I'm trying to remember. And I think it was a football game. I'm going in there. Oh, cool. No, it was hockey. And then, I'm playing the game, and then they're throwing bombs at me. I'm like, what the heck is this? I remember a game like that on Super Nintendo where it's like, I don't know if it's hockey or football, but they're throwing bombs at you as you're trying to play the game. And I was like,
you had Mutant League football and Mutant League hockey.
I know it wasn't Mutant League. It was still something. I don't know if it came out for those who have played a lot of Super Nintendo. Just like sometimes these memories just pop in your head. I was just looking at Aladdin and the Lion King. I've been playing that on the Switch. It still feels cool. I like it.
Yeah, I saw that you started playing that. Is that any good or? Yeah.
It plays exactly like it did before. You can either play the original versions or they have some like more enhanced. I think another version on there too. You got like 3 different versions of Aladdin and the Lion King, but I just played the classic, the one that was on Super NES or the Genesis. I like it a lot. So it's just like, it's still as hard as heck, the Lion King. Like, dang, Jesus, like you think it's easy. Aladdin is more easier. But yeah, I'm still enjoying both of those games, and it still feels like you played it for the first time. So I like it a lot.
What was a really fun sports game, and I'm not really a sports game kind of person. I tried. I don't know if you guys remember Arch Rivals.
I saw you post a video on that. I had never played it, but I saw that you had posted something.
It's pretty cool because like you go in there and it's kind of like traditional basketball meets like a beat 'em up. So instead of actually just going to get the ball, you punch them. So you're punching the people that get the ball, you trip them or whatever, and then you go and make the basket. I played that as a kid over NBA Jam. I don't know. It just appealed. NBA Jam was an awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, lost your mic there, Retro.
Yeah,
someone was trying to buzz in. My nephew was actually calling me, so I had to decline. But anyway, I know. Well, he's my favorite nephew. I love him to pieces. So I'll have to call him back later.
Do you only have one nephew, or do you have multiple?
Oh no, I have a lot of nieces and nephews. But
claiming he's your favorite. Now it's on video.
He's my favorite.
What's his name?
Favorite.
Once it's online, it's there forever, man.
Well, I didn't say his name, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it was a fun game. So I always go back to that. NBA Jam was super fun. The arcade was really cool. The graphics were cool, but something about Arch Rivals where you're just decking people to get the ball. Whoosh, whoosh. It's like beat 'em up.
See, like I'm not really into sport games myself, but I like the ones that are like the crazy games, like the one game they just showed off a little while ago, that next like WWE game that they look all like huge, but you have like these, you're just doing these big moves and you're throwing people out in the ring and the alligator eats you and shit. Like, I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like with sport games. And when Mr. Switch was talking about hockey, that like made me want like Nintendo to make a Mario hockey game,
killing for a Mario hockey game.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh,
can you imagine how much fun?
They haven't done that yet. They haven't done
Mario hockey.
Nope.
They made it.
Nope. They did
But
soccer,
they did everything.
baseball.
They had a variation of hockey, but not a true Mario hockey game. That was Mario hockey.
No, because it wasn't.
Mix.
It was in the mini games too, right? It had it in there.
Yeah, Mario Sports Mix had hockey, volleyball, basketball, and dodgeball. I don't know if I said dodgeball, but they had those 4 mini games.
I think that would be killer if they had the Mario hockey just
Oh man.
by itself.
Yeah, I'm a huge hockey fan, so like that's going right down my alley right there, and I'd play that game nonstop. And if you could play online, oh yeah.
This guy, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Man, yeah, I feel like that too, man. We got a good game. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Now we're playing something good.
Oh yeah.
Just chilling.
When you're having such a good time, you got that one game. If you got none else, no one's around, and maybe the kid's sleeping or your girl's doing something else with family, and you're just you, man. You get that right game, the right time. You might have something good to eat on the side, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So yeah, guys. Right now we are. Man, we've been out. When did we start? Like at
8:40?
Like a little after 8:30.
Wait. No, when did we start?
Yeah, like a little after.
Okay, I started at
8:30 our time.
Like 7. Like
Yeah, it was like
7:40.
8:30, 8:40 Eastern time.
Yeah.
Oh, 7:40. Yeah, I started 7:40. So we've been down. That's pretty good time. You guys have anything you guys want to finish out by saying so we can get towards the end of the stream or podcast? I meant.
I'm just for my channel, I'm working on a lot of videos. Some things new. A lot of new things I'm working on. Mario Maker versus Levelhead is still coming. I completely scrapped my 2 videos I had completely done. I didn't like the direction they were going. I was a little bit too serious. I want them to be a little more fun and entertaining. So I went back to the drawing board with that series. So that's why I delayed it. But I have some other kind of I'm trying to explore my creativity a little bit. So there's some creative videos come out in the future from me. So this month. So look forward to that from my channel.
Anyone else got anything big happening with their channels in the future or what they're considering changes?
I may do a birthday stream on Monday for Mario Kart. I'm not sure yet. To see what happens on my birthday. I might do a tournament just for fun, something like that on my Twitch channel.
Okay.
Ooh, let me know what time.
Yeah, it'll be 8 o'clock if I do it on Monday because that's usually when I stream on Mondays.
So are you guys 3 difference or 2 hours difference?
3 hours
West Coast is 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be 5 o'clock.
5,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
That's right before dinner. I could chill. I could do that for an hour.
I'm trying to decide for my birthday on Sunday the 16th. I need to decide I gotta make sure. Is it yours is Monday? You're the 17th, right?
No, I'm the 10th.
Oh, hold on. I gotta
this Monday.
Oh,
And don't forget to visit your islands on Animal Crossing on your birthday to get that celebration, guys.
Oh yeah, I gotta get my KK
that's
bitchin' birthday
right. Yeah, give me some presents.
Gotta get my song. Gotta get a shirt I'll never wear from one of my annoying neighbors. All the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, can't miss that.
Yeah, and this one on the week after on the 16th, I'm trying to figure out what am I gonna do. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be a morning thing, maybe just a good hour. The last year I had Black Ass Gamer at the time. He actually joined me that day. This year's this year I'm just gonna be I'm not gonna give away games this time. I'm buying myself something this time. These times are different. Like I just bought me what did I just get? I actually, you guys don't know, I just bought. I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, so I bought a really nice. I have to show it to you guys later. Do an unboxing when it comes in. I just ordered it today at Ghostbusters. It's a big hoodie jacket. It looks so dope. It's a sign here and a big Ghostbusters sign in the back, but something for myself because the winter and the cold will be coming up soon. So that I just got a big TV, so I'm going to replace this puny TV in front of me right now after this podcast and put up the new TV and
Noise.
can't wait for that. And I
Boys.
got this thing here, a little bright, something for extra lighting, so when it gets dark, and just trying to better things out. Other than that, just I'm gonna be lurking around YouTube next week or around my birthday time and just kind of but we should do something, or let's find Chichuki on his Monday and let's show him support.
Yeah,
And,
I'll probably do a tournament or something. Just no prizes or anything. Just
what
for
game
shits
or
and giggles and stuff.
again?
Mario Kart 8.
Sweet, I'm down.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
God.
Me too. I'm
Yeah,
down.
That's right up Mr. Switch's alley right there, man.
Yeah, man. I was getting my ass kicked last. Well, I'm swearing all the time. Sorry, guys. I was playing it the other day on Facebook Gaming. I'm doing the worldwide. Like, man, I gotta get back to this and because that's what I normally did. But yeah, we'll definitely join up with
Nice.
Chucky that day and pick
Yeah.
that Monday and then maybe the following. Maybe that's what I'll do too. A week later on my day too.
Well, I used to do Mario Maker on my birthday, and then a couple of people would make levels and stuff. But now I know that Mario the Cube is gone, which
Yeah.
would have been nice to get an email about that from them. Say,
Right.
oh yeah, by the way, we're dead.
Yeah. It just randomly stopped the one day.
But yeah, we used to do Mario Maker because I usually stream Mario Maker on Friday, and then we do levels and stuff. But this year is like, it's different this year. So
Yes,
So,
it is. Yes, it is.
retro styles. I think you talked about it earlier on, but you wanna besides you've been doing a lot on Facebook. Anything you want to finish off?
No, I just want to say, make sure you guys subscribe to everybody here. It's been fun. It's an adventure. All these guys have awesome content, awesome streams. So yeah, it's been fun. Facebook's been a fun adventure. At least give it a try. I'd say for a couple weeks, because you don't know unless you don't try. So
Right.
just give it it's an adventure. It's fun. It's cool. I know a lot of us have multiple different avenues that we're doing and working on, but hey, you know what? Give it a few minutes, even if it's from your phone and you're curious to stream something from your phone, just give it a try.
if you do on your phone, you don't have to connect it with like a Lightning connector or a Dolphin connector or whatever they're called now for your iPhone. Or can I just use my camera? Because you sound like you were saying before that I don't even need to hook anything up.
Yeah, what it is it takes your front facing camera on your device, it'll use that as a camera. So and your microphone is whatever your phone comes with, not one of these, but just a standard
No,
microphone.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, and so you could just use that and stream right away. You don't have to use the camera feature. You could turn it off. Like I said, you don't have to use the voice feature. You could turn that off, but it's cool. You can use your mobile device and just stream away.
I don't intend on going to Facebook for streaming anytime soon, but I do want to get a new monitor where I can have an HDMI input and stream stuff on my desktop and stuff like that. So it's an option.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
So-
for sure.
Just keep on doing what we're doing, supporting each other, and just thank you guys for as always, every time you guys come up and join us. Retro Styles rocking the cup, the Gamerz Realm cup. He's showing it right now.
My shirt is coming
I got
at
my
some
shirt.
point.
Oh, your shirt's coming.
At some
well,
point, yeah.
We're gonna have to get one for one up soon. So we gotta make sure everyone gets them. So we'll figure it out. We'll make a little
Alright.
fun thing. And you know what? Yeah, you know what? So you got yours ordered, Chucky?
Yeah, it's shipping at some point soon.
Okay.
It's like
and
in
then,
transit.
And then Retro, you got yours. I know what's his name's got his QA. You don't have one at all ordered at all, right? One up.
No, I don't.
All right. Give me your size. I'll take care of it. I'll send you one.
Okay.
And just tell me your size, and I can get it cheaper on my phone. I got a code. So either way. So yeah. Other than that,
All proceeds go to the Gamerz Realm. So when the money comes in, because I created it, I'm just gonna switch it, give it to Mr. Switch, and he'll take care of the podcast. So all proceeds from the Gamers Home t-shirts go 100% to podcasts.
I mean, if you
Send,
want, you can send me a coffee mug. You know.
You know what? You know what? You're the first guy. I told to say it all the time. The first guy who ever commented or noticed me way back like 3 years ago. Okay, your ass is getting the cup.
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah.
There it
Wow.
is.
You're getting the cup. Getting the
All
cup.
right.
So, all right,
Nice.
turn the cup for you guys. And then let's see. I want to thank everyone who showed up today on the podcast. Let's see. There's Dogism, and there's Kraken Skulls. Let's see. I had to say it that way because that's how he says it.
That's my
He
boy
does.
Kyle. That's my boy Kyle. Dogism.
And then,
Dogism.
Dogism. Yeah, Dogism's
Yeah,
really
he's-
cool. He's good kid. Kotetsu jumped in too. He's been around. So let's see who else was with us. Just going down. Make sure we thank these guys. Zach and Dennis Gaming Channel. So and everyone else who jumped in. And thank you guys of course for. Oh, and then Super Mario Studios 1990 was also in there too. So other than that, guys, this ended for tonight, and I'm gonna put up my new TV and maybe watch a good movie tonight. So
When are we doing next week? Just a reminder to everybody.
next week will be on a Saturday instead. Saturday, was it it's the 18th?
No, next Saturday. Yeah, would that be the 18th?
Next Saturday is the
No,
15th.
no.
15th. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Saturday the 15th at 7:30 Central Time, and of course, whatever time is it for California or for
It's
your
5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
We're gonna have Kathy. We're gonna have a guest. She works for Capcom, and so it'll be interesting to have someone different again. Again with Rachel, we're gonna have her. She couldn't show up today. Has some things going on. We're gonna have her on the 28th. So other than that, next week though, we got Kathy, and we'll do a flyer for that. Possibly on Sunday. We'll get that ahead of the game. But until then, you guys are good.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll see you guys all next time, and wrap.
All right. See you
Later.
It's a
later.
wrap, guys. Have a
Bye-bye.
good night.
Shoot, now it's gonna take me a while to get. Hold on. All right, see you later, guys. End of the
Yeah.
stream. Here we go. Off on YouTube.